Brian, welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. Mike, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Now that you had a couple of days, and I know you've done a couple of these, but now that you've had a couple of days to kind of step back, put the season in perspective for me.
Well, I think we had a tremendous regular season. Obviously, best record in the American League. Won 95 games, won the East, made it farther than last year. Obviously, got past the first round and 4 games away from a World Series appearance. So I think there's a lot of good, but obviously, a lot of disappointment in how we played against the Tigers, especially in the offensive standpoint, and how we played for 9 games in the postseason. And that's really it. You can take snapshots at any time during the regular season, and we had, I think, 2 or 3 4-game losing streaks during the regular season, and we had one obviously in that Tiger series, and that was it. And we went home. Not for the pitching, but on the offensive side, and we had what I've been calling the Yankee flu that kind of spread through our offense, and it was disappointing, but it is what it is, and now we're home.
Going forward, Brian, has the Yankee philosophy changed at all in terms of economics? Are there any economic handcuffs on you that there haven't been in the past?
Well, I think everybody's aware of what the basic agreements that have continued to get executed. Every time a union deal is expired and a new one comes down, it obviously has been targeting, increased revenue sharing and caps and things of that nature, and way to curtail certain things. And if anybody doesn't think that's had an effect, they're wrong. Every time they get a new deal, something else changes, and we adjust. So, as you know, our owner has been public about 2014 and where the payroll needs to be by then. So if, that is certainly an issue that we will be working through, but it's not a complaint or an excuse to prevent us from having the similar or same type of success that we've had for quite some time. And I think we've been operating that way. So, me going into last winter, for instance, we wound up coming away with Ibanez and Chavez and Kuroda and Pettit and all these guys on 1-year deals. We traded in season for a player like Ichiro Suzuki, who had 1 year left on his contract, and those are all because of the talent and the assessment of the talent and what the potential impact they could be for our franchise. But at the same time, they were from a pool of players that were on short-term type deals that could give us some flexibility and make us one of the better teams we felt in the short term, but also give us flexibility for the long term for a reason. So we've been dealing with that for a little while. That hasn't changed, but it won't prevent us from being successful, I guess, is the question that you're probably focusing on.
Yeah, that, and does it make you alter your business dramatically from what fans have gotten used to? The idea that the Yankees can spend money, liberally spend money. So the answer is, the business of baseball has changed. I mean, no one likes to admit it, but there really is a hard cap coming when you look at what the downside is from a luxury tax. It's so penal that it is almost like a hard cap. And with that the case, business really has changed for the teams at the top.
Oh, I think so. I think you've seen that throughout. It's a very well-balanced industry in terms of competition. You saw how many teams were in it all the way to the very end this year, especially with the new addition of the new wild card. But we have, outside of 2009, where we had all that payroll coming off, that from the 2008 year, and we were able to secure a Mark Teixeira, an A.J. Burnett, a C.C. Sabathia that winter. We haven't been going into the marketplace, in 2010, 11, or 12 on crazy multi-year circumstances. We just haven't. And then prior to that, because of the commitments we had prior to that, expiration of the 2008 season, where we had the multi-years of Giambi and Musina and amongst others that were a lot of commitments and stuff. There was a lot more, just Pavano and a number of those guys. We weren't, out there on a winter basis on multi-year contracts. It wasn't until that one winter, and we still have those commitments. But we haven't. Last winter we didn't play on Yu Darvish. We didn't play on Pujols. We didn't play. A lot of names got bandied around in the media about what we should or shouldn't be doing and who we may or may not be on. But we've been pretty consistent in terms of how we've been going approaching our winters. So I don't think anything's changed there.